Go home show ahead of AEW Double or Nothing 2021 was certainly a busy one. We got Darby Allin in action, as well as Miro and Hangman Page. We also had a celebration of the Inner Circle featuring WCW legend Eric Bischoff. HIKARU SHIDA was in the ring, and of course we got the build up to the AEW World Title match. But let's start things off with Darby Allin versus CEZAR BONONI. CEZAR BONONI definitely had the power and the size advantage in this one, and showed it as he tossed Darby Allin around early on. Back in the ring, Allin managed to fight back and locked in a super hold. He followed it up with a shotgun drop kick before heading to the top rope and hitting the coffin drop to get a relatively quick win. After the match, Sky and Ethan Page attacked Allin and Sting, who was at ringside, with some help from Bononi and his crew. Before they could inflict further damage, the Dark Order came out to save the champ. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. Fine start to Dynamite, perfectly enjoyable. But anyway, next up we got Paul White hosting the weigh-in segment and invited Dante and OGOCO to come out first. OGOCO flanked by QT Marshall and the rest of his faction. Cody Rhodes followed him out with lots of students and family members by his side. Dustin Rhodes followed Cody into the ring. Cody weighed in at 218 pounds. OGOCO weighed in 219. QT Marshall took the mic after the weigh-in and gloated OGOCO as the favourite since he weighed a bit more than Cody. Not sure that's how it works, mate. But you do you, I suppose. We then cut backstage to see Christian Cage and Powerhouse Hobbs brawling. The two laid into each other, but it was Cage who was in top by the time the Mirrors intervened. But next up we got Joey Janela versus Hangman Page. Page had the better of the opening exchange as he laid into Janela with a series of chops. He followed it out with a clothesline in the corner before tossing him out of the ring. Page followed Janela out to the ring but was greeted by a boot to the jaw. Page then caught Janela mid-air and hit a follow-away slam. Back in the ring, Janela got an out opening as he sent Hangman into face first into the turnbuckle. Both men traded chops and strikes as Janela followed it out with a snapmare. It was all Joey Janela until Hangman regrouped and hit a clothesline to throw Janela out of the ring. Page tried to hit Deadeye, but Janela countered it. He followed out with a big flying elbow drop. Hangman hit back with a pop-up powerbomb before heading to the apron. Page then hit his patented bugshot lariat to pick up the win, and after the match, Brian Cage came down to the ring with Hook and Ricky Starks. Hangman challenged Cage to meet him one-on-one for Double or Nothing without his friends, and for the FTW champion accepted. I'm going to give this a 5.5 out of 10. The match and the Page and the Cage stuff was okay. It's a bit weird to say, but it was just that on AEW Dark this week, Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela came out, and then they were perfectly just friends here. Just a bit weird, really. Just keep your storylines consistent, otherwise you'll turn into a certain wrestling promotion I won't name. On Dynamite, Pac joined Tony Schiavone in the ring and sent out a warning to Kenny Omega. He accused Omega of ducking and dodging challenges, and told Schiavone to get out of the ring so Omega could join him. Don Callis appeared on the big screen and called back a dangerous individual. Meanwhile, Omega tried to blindside Pac. Pac took Omega and was lying into him when the Good Brothers arrived. The Lucha Brothers came down to drive Anderson and Gallows away. They gave Omega the opening he needed. He was right on Pac as Kenny went to hit the One-Winged Angel, Orange Cassidy's music hit, and he came down to the ring. Cassidy had Omega on an overload with the shredded contract Don Callis had offered him last week before hitting the AEW World Champion with a Superman punch. He followed it up with a Superman punch to Pac to stand until the segment drew to the close. This was probably just about as good a build as you could get. Good to see the babyface standing tall because he obviously won't win on Sunday. But just a good little segment. Next up, it was Jade Cargill versus Kylie King. We found out before this match on Dynamite that Cargill will now be represented by Mark Sterling, who accompanied her to the ring. The match started off with a test of strength, and Jade got on top early on. King bounced off the ropes and went for a crossbody, but Cargill caught her mid-air and slammed her straight into the mat. King hit back with a running boot, but Jade retaliated with a spine buster. Cargill was well on top at this stage of the match, and she followed it up with a chin lock and a snap suplex. Jade then tossed King out of the ring and to the floor outside. As King tried to climb back into the ring, Jade met her with a forearm to the jaw, knocking her outside. Back in the ring, Cargill hit the Jaded and pinned King for another impressive victory. 7 out of 10. I love what they're doing with Jade Cargill. It's fun what they're doing at the moment, and I can't wait to see her challenge Shida or Britt Baker, but Up, it was Miro versus Dante Martin for the TNT Championship. Miro battered Martin as soon as the bell rang. He hit a belly-to-belly suplex, followed by a kick between the shoulder blades. Martin tried to mount a fight back with a jawbreaker and then used his speed to avoid Miro's offense. The champ tossed Martin out of the ring, but he landed on his feet on the entrance ramp and quickly hit back with a springboard shotgun dropkick. Miro was having none of this and hit Martin with a nasty-looking spine buster. The best man then hit a thrust kick, taking down the young AEW star. Miro forced Martin to tap out, and after the match, Roberts and Lance Archer appeared on the entrance ramp. Jake told Miro that his fairy tale would end Double or Nothing. Miro took a mic and told Roberts to shut up. The Bulgarian star then challenged Archer to come down to the ring, and he obliged. The Murder Hulk Monster got the best of the exchange until the Royal Refs broke them up. I'm going to give it a 6 out of 10. This was a decent segment, just building towards the TNT Championship match and really putting Miro over as a beast. Next up, it was HIKARU in the ring as she was presented with the new AEW Women's Championship by Tony Schiavone, a celebration of 1 year as champion. As Shida addressed the fans, Britt Baker's music hit. The Doctor told Shida that she was champion during one of the most difficult periods in wrestling history. However, Britt Baker said that she was coming for the title on Sunday at Double or Nothing, and added the era of DMD would follow after she won the title. Just a good build. Good to give Shida a new title just for 2 days. But yeah, it was fine. It was the Dark Order versus Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. Sky and Page dominated the early exchanges before they had Stu Grayson isolated in their corner for long stretches as they exchanged tags and worked over him. Grayson hit Scorpio Sky with an orange and finally got the tag. Evil Uno hit Ethan Page with a Hurricane Rana and followed out with a flatliner to Scorpio Sky. Grayson then tagged back in and we saw some great tag team work between them. However, Sky and Page came back to win the match after Sky locked in a heel hook and Ethan Page hit the ego. Darby Allin came down to the ring with a bunch of guys dressed as Sting. They drove off Ethan Page. But I'll give it a 6 out of 10. Not sure it was needed after the bit that we got earlier, but it was useful because I'm still yet to be convinced by Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. I don't know if that's just me or general AEW fans. Just a win here over a decent enough tag team to put them over ahead of the match. Finally, it was the celebration of the Inner Circle. Chris Jericho started by thanking Bischoff for everything he'd done during his career. We then got greatest hits from the Inner Circle. Santana took the mic and spoke about how everything changed for him on the first episode of Dynamite before paying tribute to the fans. He held that if things ended on Sunday, he would have no regrets. Sonny Guevara then took the mic and said that if this was the end of the Inner Circle, he wanted to thank the rest of the members for everything. Chris Jericho then paid tribute to the rest of his faction mates, saying how he had been hesitant at first, but he also added the Inner Circle would go down in a blaze of glory. As the segment was about to end, MJF appeared on the big screen. The Pinnacle had wrestling legend Dean Malenko with him in the stadium tied up on one of the goalposts. As the Inner Circle went to make the save, they were ambushed by the Pinnacle. We saw FTR hit Santana and Ortiz with Snogsimus pile drivers through the tables while the Inner Circle members were laid out. MJF addressed Sunday night's match before they went off the air. I didn't really see this bit coming, to be honest. I thought we'd get some Pinnacle intervention, but this was a really creative way of doing it, so I liked it. Overall this week, AEW Dynamite gets a 6 out of 10 from me. It was just a steady show this week. I think I said it's fine on pretty much all of the segments. It wasn't expected to be a brilliant show, really, was it? It was just building, getting a fast bit of details, and they did that fine, and also it's so bloody good to have fans back. That just added a little bit extra to it. But anyway guys, that's it for the video. Thanks very much for watching. Remember to like, share, subscribe, leave me your thoughts, comments down below, and follow me on Twitter, link in the description below for daily wrestling news, and subscribe to my channel on the screen right now. That'd be greatly appreciated. Thanks very much for watching. Peace.